Welcome, everybody, to round number 10 of the 2019 Ride365.com Nationals in MX Simulator, live here on SYS TV. My name is Kellen Brower, and joining me literally in the booth here tonight, the one, the only, Andrew Wood. How are you doing tonight, Wood?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited. Can't wait to get this stream going and see some good racing tonight.
Yeah, we're going to see some awesome action here. Unadilla, round 10 of the series. Great track on hand for us tonight, again built by the Race Factory Gaming track crew, and we're going to have the 250 motos coming up in just a quick second. Before we do that, we're going to go ahead and take a look at those qualifying times from this 250 class. though. Isaiah Dickerson went to the top of the sheets for this one, 2:11.6 over Tyler Lang on a 2:12 flat. Roy Mitchell 2:13.1, Ben Seberg 2:13.5, Trent Shepard on a 2:13.7, and the rest of the runners going down. What we'll pay attention to is Walter Gebhardt here in 10th, only able to put down a 2:15.3, which was almost 4 seconds off the pace from your fastest qualifier. And Gebhardt, who came in battling for the championship lead going into this one, is definitely going to want to up the pace to take on his championship rival up here, Tyler Lang. Moving to our championship standings, this is where it sits. Gebhardt 9 clear of Lang in the standings, and Klein a little further back of that. Looks like he is about 37 points down, 36 points down, I should say, of Lang. So he is still in the title fight, but clearly needs to pull out a win here at Unadilla to stay alive going into the final 2 rounds of the series. Whoa, D Davis Gaming already dropping $10. Cheers for the great stream, week in and week out, Kellen. Give Wood a kiss for me. I think I'll pass on that. But what I will do tonight that is going to be really cool that you guys will be able to join in on with us a little bit here and there.
We're on webcam tonight. I'm Kellen. That's Wood right there. We're in the booth together. We're hanging out. We're having a good time. We'll probably pull this up a couple times, maybe in the segment where we're asking each other questions or whatever. But want to interact more with you guys tonight and have a little bit of a good time as we stream. So I'm Kellen. He's Wood.
How's it going? This is exciting. Super pumped. One thing, like Braden Carter, I feel like I saw him high up there in the qualifying. He's not very far into the championship chase, so kind of curious to see what he's going to do. Trent Shepard's up there. Just some exciting like qualifying times, but worried about Gebhardt with the 2:15. I don't know if he didn't have a lot of time on the track or like what's going on with that, but should be a good race.
People are saying it's echoing really, really badly.
I can go away.
When I switch to the webcam, it's echoing. Let me see if I can fix that. I don't want it to capture any audio.
Use custom audio device.
Let's see. Did that fix it, guys? Can you hear us? Is it echoing? You guys are saying it's echoing. Okay, still echoing. Let me try one more thing. Sorry for the slight delay here. Let's do that. How about that? Does that any better? No more echo. It's good. Fixed. Says it's all good. All right, I'm going to take your guys' word for it. We're going to go back in here and take a look at 250 Moto 1, which is going to get lined up in just a quick second. Actually, lineup check on restart. So 40 riders going to the gate. Interesting. I wonder if that's a glitch because there wasn't even anybody on the list. But in the meantime, what I will do is try to take you guys around this racetrack here for just a quick second. Hopefully I can get around before they restart this thing. And I never ever play this game this far away from my computer monitor, so I feel like I'm way back. But standard first couple corners here. Sliding all the way in. Really fast kind of right complex into a sharp left, and then they go into the bridge here.
I'm so excited for this guy's shot. If we were doing shots for dualies tonight, we would die.
Oh, I know. Definitely 100%. Would die. Dropping into gravity cavity here, and then up over the finish line jump. We'll see guys getting scrubbed out on that little floater single there. And then you go into this corner. Lots of different lines in and out of all these corners, so I think we're going to see different lines developing as races go on. A little downhill step down double. And trying to get on the brakes for this corner.
Curious as to what they're going to do with the road settings, because it looks like, as you can tell, they made a lot more pre-made ruts. There's a lot more pre-made bumps. So I'm wondering if they're going to try and kind of tone it down and see if, like, the track being pre-built with more rough, with just getting a little bit rougher, how that's going to work. I didn't really see it get too bad in the qualifying sessions, but 40 riders for 35 minutes, you never know how rough it's going to get.
A little deep there off the racetrack. But you're absolutely right about that. We're going to see a very different dynamic with the racetrack tonight. Obviously with that pre-made roughness in there a lot more than we were used to seeing all year long. Can't even speak English right now. Too busy trying to put a lap in. Maybe they'll let me get to the sky shot. I have no idea where we are in terms of getting lineup checks sorted. Big step up into the back. Usually carry a lot of speed into this back section and try not to crash. And still crashing. Can't land in any rut. And all the way down here, this is where the money maker is here tonight, this sky shot. You're gonna see guys getting just completely backwards, unlike me, where I'll double whip my way to death.
That's the best you got?
Dude, the sky shot is huge this year.
Let me see it.
Okay, let's see A-Wood try to take us around here.
How do you shift?
I'm hearing actually from Alex Efforts in chat that they talked about doing a mutter race tonight, but general consensus they thought would have been people getting some
How do you sit?
angry opinions. A.
Oh my god, your setup's so stiff.
Dude, I barely play this game, so when I do play it, I try not to crash
I
all the time.
respect it, honestly, I respect that. What's your clutch?
Clutch is
There
L1.
you go.
Up, and we're restarting anyway.
I'll do better later when we have
All right.
more time.
Heading to the races again. If you just joined us, A-Wood, Kellen Brower in the booth here tonight, hanging out, having a good time. We're going to be streaming this all night for you guys here. The next 3 hours or so, we're going to be on the broadcast and covering this race, and very excited to do so. So let's head back in and watch 250 Moto number 1, where Isaiah Dickerson, Tyler Lang, Roy Mitchell, Ben Seberg, Trent Shepard, Braden Carter, Sean Klein, Alana Solis, Frank Jackson, Walter Gebhardt, and the rest are going to be heading out onto the gate. A-Wood, just taking a look at this list right here, you got a versus PC one to watch for us?
One to watch, I kind of mentioned it earlier. I feel like Braden Carter qualified pretty quick up there. Trent Shepard too, but maybe he can get second moto. But we'll kind of see if Braden Carter can back up that qualifying time with a good moto result.
Yeah, good qualifying indeed for Carter this round, which we haven't always seen this year. He's been kind of up and down, a little inconsistent maybe. And the rest of these guys, kind of typical. Maybe Shepard a little bit of an outlier, but clearly feeling the flow here today at Unadilla. Want to give a big shout out to everybody that's already dropping donations in the chat room here. Great to see Alex Efforts back as always, dropping in 110 biddies. Anthony Pachone dropping by with 6 biddies of his own. And Devin Davis obviously donating earlier on here tonight. So big shout out to all those guys. Can't thank them enough for continuing to contribute to the channel. And we're going to go ahead and bring you guys all the hot and heavy action here. Moto number 1 going to the gate.
Thank you guys for all the donations. D. Davis asked me where his results are going to be, and he'll try to exceed them. Where has he been finishing?
Well, Devin's been a little up and down this year. He's had some good motos. I think his highest so far was a 7th. But I picture him probably somewhere around the 12 to 15 range tonight would be my guess.
All right, well, Devin, let's try to get one top 10 and both inside the top 15. And try to beat those for me. Thank you for your donation again. Super sick. Wallman 4 seconds off, but he'll go 1-1. That's a hot take from the chat, but not too hot. I mean, the track came out late, so I don't know if people didn't get the time in,
Yeah,
Maybe
and
he just wanted to put a lap in.
Gebhardt racecraft-wise has probably been just on point comparatively to everybody else this year, even if his qualifying times have been down. So, like you said, maybe not the boldest claim to say that he could still go 1-1, even if he didn't qualify fastest here today.
Devin's mad.
Devin mad at the 12 to 15 range. We just laying down the truth here.
Give me an 8-12, all right?
All right, A-Wood's got an 8-12 for Devin. We're still loading in here. Classic long load times. Game priority crashed here, but hopefully load in any second now. Oh, the dot moved again up here. There we go. Disco Rico, and let's take a look. So you think Braden Carter maybe versus PC want to watch this first race?
One to watch, yeah. I want to see if he could back that up. Top 10, almost top 5 qualifying time, I think. See if he can get up there. But there's some heavy hitters. Roy Mitchell qualified really well. You know, Dickerson. Roy's going to be up there, you know that. But Dickerson, Tyler Lang, Gebhardt, you know, they're going to be up there battling. So Gebhardt's a little, I've always said it, Kattenberg back. But I mean, Gebhardt crashes a lot, I feel like, but he's so fast. Tyler Lang's just been like smooth and consistent for the most part, so I don't know.
Yeah, definitely all over the board. A lot of different challenges tonight, but as you mentioned just there in passing, Alec Kattenberg making his return to the series tonight. Former winner in this 250 division, and he's kind of, at least in my opinion, most notably known because I feel like he was like the pioneer for the front brake rear end slide cornering technique that everybody picked up on back in 2012. And he's been around in the game quite a while. We haven't seen him for maybe 2-3 years now, but good to see the 277 back.
Your stream title is...
My stream title?
Yeah.
I definitely changed it. What's wrong with it?
Well, I'm just waiting for a mate, as I said.
Well, I can definitely change. That's so weird. I totally changed it. Anyway, we'll go ahead and change that. After this one, it's 250 moto number 1 at Unadilla. Board is sideways, gate is down, and we're off and running. Out of the inside, a lot of pushing and shoving. Looks like it might be Dickerson of the corner first. And, oh my goodness, just go to somebody that's out front. Why is it taking so long to get there? Oh, it was Dickerson unofficially with the hole shot, but Leitzel goes right to the lead. Tyler Lang up there as well with Sean Klein. Dickerson drifts back to about the 4th spot, but it's Leitzel out front here at Unadilla into gravity cavity on lap 1.
Yeah, Leitzel with a quick move to lead there when he had that mistake, but a couple other heavy hitters, Tyler Lang up there, that's kind of not that good for Gebhardt. We'll have to see where he's coming through.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Gebhardt is necessarily right with this group off the bat. Braden Carter, a good start. He's going to be our versus PC one to watch this moto. He's up in 5th as the two MV Films teammates of Dickerson and Lang already going toe-to-toe for 2nd. Klein with a good start, also in the mix, trying to keep his championship hopes alive. Everybody's spreading out.
Yeah, if you're Gebhardt and you're not up there, we'll kind of see when this scrolls through, but that's a lot of heavy hitters up there. Kevin Gonzalez, Roy Mitchell, all the way up. Dickerson, his teammates. He's got to get up there quick if he wants to keep that championship points lead.
At the moment, they are still all chasing Logan Leitzel, who's going to bring us down to the back half of the racetrack here. And we'll get a little bit of a sky shot cam here on lap 1. Camera here in the back going to take us down into this little back section. They're going to loop down off the top. Lang giving chase to Leitzel as they drop down to the sky shot. Lap number 1, let's get it over the sky shot. Leitzel just boner air, clearing it with Lang.
Oh,
Dickerson was backwards. I like that. I think Mitchell was sideways there. Kevin Gonzalez a little flare. Someone whose skins I don't have is backwards. Look at how gapped out the field is. Actually somebody not jumping at 66. Ooh. A Hollenbeck getting sideways. Oh,
dualies.
And the 259, I think that was. We got some dualies there. Trent Shepard, I think that was on the 80. Oh, there's Gebhardt boner-airing in mid-pack, and I think that was Saulnier getting backwards.
Saulnier 48, whoever that.
I think Seberg, Rasmus Eriksson, 354 upside down as well, and we got everybody catching big air as Kattenberg. Actually, not Kattenberg bringing it at the rear. A couple more guys coming, still dualies off the sky shot all the way through. Everybody getting it.
That's what I like to see. Dickerson threw down so hard, and he's in 3rd.
Yeah, I couldn't believe Leitzel and Lang. I know that they're concerned with the double whipping on the jump, but both of them just completely straight airing the sky shot on lap 1. As you mentioned, though, Dickerson getting upside down.
Upside down and backwards. Roy Mitchell trying to make a move, coming into the sky shot, going to take over that position, but we'll see how long.
Ooh, big whip.
Yeah, a little bit lower. Roy goes bigger with the big whip. And leader down?
Yeah, that was actually Leitzel down on the ground. The leader is out of this front group. He just crashed his way back there. So it's going to give Lang the race lead. Mitchell goes to second, and Dickerson sits third. Actually, look at Mitchell down the inside going for the lead already. The 270 of Roy Mitchell on active co for the first time all year. He's been on whip style with Sabrina Ritzler, but he's just laying it down right now, in and out of the ruts, and to the lead he goes.
Yeah, absolutely destroyed that rut. He's kind of tapping off that camelback down that section there. A lot of them in qualifying jumping over it to gain that extra time, but they're going to be playing it safer here in the motos. But I told Roy he was going to win today about an hour or two ago, and he told me no chance. So he made that hard charge to the lead.
Yeah, I would say that there looks like there's a good chance of it, at least right now. A much better chance than he's had most of this year. He's out front here at Unadilla and charged his way through all these guys at the front. It wasn't like he just kind of lucked into it. The crash from Leitzel was a little unlucky, but everybody else, oh man, Dickerson still getting backwards.
That's ballsy, because he's throwing that rear brake slide so far off the lip, and that landing this year, you've ridden it a few laps, you know. It's a lot steeper and a lot peakier, so a lot more risk involved if you don't time that exactly right.
Yeah, there's definitely the chance of casing this jump this year a lot more and bouncing off the top and landing all the way down to flat, thus causing a fall-off crash. Even if you don't crash on the lip, you can jump all the way down to flat from there. So these guys have to keep that in mind every lap that they hit the sky shot. And thus far, it doesn't seem to be bothering Dickerson one bit.
No, not at all. Teammates right there trying to put on that charge. Everybody's staying pretty consistent here in the top 5. Braden Carter still up there. Leader Logan Leitzel just had that one mistake, but he's still holding tight right behind these guys.
Interesting that despite Dickerson looking like he may be the aggressor in this battle, he is still having some trouble working around his teammate Lang, who's holding it nicely, and Carter on the 65 getting a real tight chase over the gravity cavity finish line jump there.
Yeah, he looks like he's getting a little bit fed up, might be a little bit faster in some of these sections, but passing 2 teammates that close, especially when you're that close to the lead as well, you don't really want to push the issue too much. But man, this battle's getting really tight.
And it's not like Mitchell has really stepped away with the lead either. He's got a slight gap comparatively to everybody else battling, but it is still awfully close between these top 4. Just cresting the 5-minute mark here, 250 Moto 1 at Unadilla. Oh, Lang is going to... What a save! Oh, that was almost huge, and it looked like Dickerson just kind of watched him go off the track and didn't realize what was happening, and he almost went down himself. That's going to allow Leitzel and Braden Carter to slide by them both, moving up into second and third.
Yeah, Braden Carter with a strong showing here, going for that charge, but oof, getting a little bit close. Dickerson wants that spot back. He was getting really aggressive into that left-hander at the bottom. We'll see if he still throws down or if he tries to stay low and kind of make this pass happen.
Off the sky shot again. This time Dickerson a little bit more timid. Kevin Gonzalez back here, though, kind of throwing it down. So the 53 machine clearly feeling confident.
Yeah, Kevin's got a lot of style on the 450s, too. You might see that jump. They can go outside and double all the way across that. 250 is kind of electing more for the inside line, but Kevin Gonzalez definitely staying close too. I mean, he's been up here in the top 7, I feel like, almost every race, but these guys are just holding strong and still no sign of Gebhardt.
Yeah, Gebhardt looks like he crossed in 8th last time through the timesheets. But all the action out front, this tight battle going on for second. Leitzel and Carter with Dickerson just behind and Roy Mitchell just off the front. Nobody has given an inch yet. His lap time's all very close with the leaders. And Leitzel looking like he is trying to make amends for that early crash out of the race lead. Going after Carter for second.
Yeah, he wants to get up there. Good showing for the DX3 rider. We got Dickerson kind of getting loose behind him. You can tell he wants to be up there. He knows he can win these things, but Leitzel holding strong, and Leitzel also trying to go back after Braden Carter as well.
Dickerson into the back of Leitzel, almost slides out.
That was pretty sick.
Kind of scrubbing over that single was Leitzel, but clearly lost quite a bit of time in that momentary blip in the corner there to Braden Carter.
Yeah, Leitzel looks a little bit out of shape. He looks like he's going so fast he can't really settle down into these corners. I don't know if he's not comfy early or if he just is being a little bit impatient trying to get up front, but he's making a lot of small mistakes in these ruts. Trying to get back up there, but kind of losing the gap to Braden and Roy.
Yeah, actually, Braden looks like he is the one putting the hammer down at this point of the race, and he is looking to close up on Roy Mitchell, your race leader, as they work their way into the 10-minute mark of this moto.
Leitzel blew a rut back there too as well. Gonna let Dickerson get that much closer back on him and training right there with his teammates. Still, Dickerson sending it.
Oh my goodness, how did he not land on him? And now he settles in behind him as they come down to the sky shot. He absolutely sent it on the uphill.
Yeah, that was unreal. And man, just these guys are so close. There's not that many mistakes. We've seen a few small ones, you know. Lane going off the track there, kind of clipping that camelback thing, but man, these guys are all so tight, and these guys have just been so locked in all season. I feel like this top 10 and 250 class is just really strong.
Yeah, our top 6 have opened up a huge gap. It is actually Gebhardt back here in 7th, but you can see all these guys just coming out of Screw You right now, and Gebhardt not even up to the hill before it, so he is well off this front group as they continue to have their battles.
Yeah, Roy's pulling that lead slightly over Braden, but nothing crazy. All these guys, one small mistake from going all the way back to where Gebhardt is, but starting to get a little bit more spread out, a couple more bike lengths between all of them, but Roy just steady, trucking along, looking like Dungy out there.
Yeah, no kidding. This is impressive stuff out of Roy Mitchell, who this year has turned his season around from Supercross, where he was almost non-existent, had a great outdoor season thus far, but only hit the podium once in a moto, and the rest has been hovering around the top 5 or back. So to break out and suddenly be leading here at Unadilla, this is a bit of a shock. And thus far, he is making it look like he has been here all season long, holding off the pressure from behind as Leitzel has now moved back into second with Carter maybe going down somewhere in the back over the by the finish line jump.
Yeah, Carter lost that 3rd place spot as well. Dickerson, he's right there. Tyler Lang, can't see him yet, but I'm sure he's right there. There he is. Lost a little bit of time as well. So Braden probably back to 5th or 6th. But Tyler Lang still pretty steady. I mean, that one big mistake early, just not putting down superheater lap times as we got Leitzel coming around. Roy into the lead.
Right around the outside goes Leitzel. New leader at Unadilla, it is the 26 machine, so he has come all the way back from that crash that he had early on in the race. Got that whole shot and was leading for a little while, then crashed his way back to around the 5 spot, charged his way all the way back up to the lead, and he is now out front. And I could be wrong, but I actually believe Leitzel is committed to make his pro debut in real life at Unadilla this weekend. So not only is he a really fast gamer in MX Simulator, he is a really fast ripper in real life. Trying to make it a great start to his week here going into Unadilla.
That's awesome. I didn't know that at all. But Leitzel strong showing here. Roy just a little bit behind after that small. It didn't even look like he made a mistake, but maybe Leitzel just came in and charged that much harder. But starting to get into lap traffic now. Had to change up the rut at the bottom of Screw You, but not in the way too much. They're coming up on someone else here, so we'll see how these guys can navigate with the battles being so close. Ooh, as Dickerson goes down, coming into the first right-hand sweeper. Lang's going to get by, Braden Carter back by. And that's all the spots he's going to lose for now.
Yeah, Kevin Gonzalez must have either gone down or has started losing touch with this group because he's pretty far back. In fact, Gebhardt not too far behind Gonzalez in his own right at this point. It's about only 2-3 seconds back of Gonzalez. So the 13 machine on the charge forward, and as we mentioned at the beginning of this broadcast, Gebhardt only 10th fastest in qualifying, but his racecraft this year has been terrific, and in many times he has not been fastest qualifier and still gone 1-1 on the day. He is trying to charge forward and get those points that he needs towards the championship, particularly against his rival here, Tyler Lang, who is running in the 3rd place position.
Yeah, Roy losing touch a little bit. Leitzel with a big get off.
Big kick on the top of the step up there, and let's see if he gets going. No, he will not. Lang just going by, and Carter. Let's see if Leitzel holds it on around the outside. That was a long outside line.
Carter going to hold on for 3rd, I believe, as well. Leitzel getting right back up in there, but Lightsville with a hard charge, just a couple more mistakes than everybody else. Everybody else up here has made mistakes so far, as
Mitchell.
Roy's down with a lapper, maybe?
I don't know. Yeah, that's peculiar. They're both down in the same spot. So Mitchell trying to get going just as Dickerson comes up from behind on the sky shot.
Definitely going to tighten that back up. What is that for 5th? Roy's probably really pissed right now because he had that lead, what looked like on lock, but a couple too many mistakes back here in 4th.
Yeah, it looks like the smooth track was favoring Mitchell, and now that it's getting rough, he is starting to make those mistakes that he did not have early in the race. And he might be about to concede the position here to Dickerson, who's trying to shoot down the inside. Bar to bar, over the tabletops. Oh, Mitchell lays it down hard to try to keep the position, and he will have the inside here, so let's see if he can hold it. Around the outside, Dickerson, they're still side by side as they come onto the start straight. Scrubbing it down, Dickerson might have the drive down the inside. Mitchell trying to hold it on to that 3rd rut.
Yeah, really nice by Mitchell. Mitchell kind of had the line. They sweep outside the inside there, but I think he was being a little bit nice, didn't want to come over and collide with Dickerson, playing it a little bit smarter, but he's stuck on a lot of these tight insides, and Dickerson's able to go for a couple smoother lines.
So Dickerson checking in, and
Roy
both these
throwing
guys,
down.
yeah, scrubbing hard out of gravity cavity. And we have a change for the lead. It is Tyler Lang who has gone to the front on the number 18 MV Films machine. Leitzel has coughed it up again. Not sure if it was a mistake this time or if Lang has finally found his groove. But clearly Lang trying to get away with the lead as quickly as he can before Leitzel can do a counter move. And along with Lang's thought process here, he must realize that Walter Gebhardt is starting to close up on this group. And given that he is 9 points down in the championship to Gebhardt, he wants to do as much damage as he can in this moto. They're both avoiding a downed rider right there. Leitzel having to hop over several ruts.
Yeah, right now, if he's in 6th, I think I saw him come across. That's a 10-point swing from this moto. Is that 6 right there?
Yeah, 6 for Gebhardt.
So he's going to be 1 down after this moto if Tyler Lang can hold on to this lead, if Gebhardt doesn't make much more time up. But this is exactly what Tyler Lang wants to see.
Oh, Gebhardt down, swaps it at the top of the hill, and he's off the bike. Don't think Gonzalez is going to get there just in time. I think Gebhardt will get away cleanly still in 6th.
Yeah, might not get there. Dickerson down as well, up in 5th place spot ahead of him, but Gebhardt, that's not what you want to see, him losing time if he wants to get up there and make some of these points back over Lang, because Lang still has that 1-point lead coming over him.
Oh, and now Dickerson down again at the top of the hill. So back-to-back fall-off crashes for the number 25 machine, and that should... Oh, he just gets there and they make contact. That was about to be Dickerson giving the spot up to Gebhardt. Now they're going side by side down the hill, and there's almost contact there. Wow.
Yeah, Dickerson, another bobble coming into that corner there at the bottom of Screw You. We had Kevin Gonzalez get into a lapper, and those lappers looked like they didn't want any part of this battle because they were kind of slowing up so much that made Kevin Gonzalez get right into the side of them. But Dickerson right back on Gebhardt's rear wheel.
They continue to battle. We also had a change for the lead out front. Leitzel is retaking it away from Lang. All the while Gebhardt trying to saw some points away here. Little by little where he can. Dickerson trying to respond to that challenge though from Gebhardt. Crossing lines and dropping down into gravity cavity once again. Just cresting that 17-minute mark, and here's a little battle we got going on for 3rd. Roy Mitchell, Braden Carter tied up together.
Yeah, Braden Carter, a strong showing from our versus PC one to watch here. Definitely didn't really expect him to be this high up this late, but really good showing, kind of backing up that qualifying time, showing he's really comfortable on this track. Ooh, as he goes for the jump down, the triple over the camelback, coming down the hill, going to carry a little bit more speed, but that small bobble exiting the corner, not going to make it happen on Roy.
Roy still holding the position strong back out front. Leitzel, Lang still going at it for the lead. So they have yet to settle this dispute. Now they're going to go nearly side by side off the sky shot. No dualies to be done though, as Leitzel still straight airing it. Lang trying to chop the door off down at the bottom of the hill, and Leitzel trying to square him back off.
Yeah, that was pretty neat. I saw Lang trying to stay a little bit lower, but Leitzel had that inside. I think the fact that he didn't stay low on that kind of lost that inside over the roller, and then it brought him outside on the next one, but he wasn't able to chop him off as he goes down at the bottom of Screw You. And we'll see how far Braden Carter can come up on this. Roy might get him as well.
Remember, Leitzel's going to have no drive out of the corner. Well, neither will Carter at this point because he just made a mistake. So Mitchell moves up to third, and he's going to be right on the back of Leitzel at the top of the hill here.
Wow, lots of mistakes from these guys late in the race.
So while we have a slight moment where these guys are not all battling together, let's do a really fast ride365.com run through the field. This is going to be the top 20 rundown, ride365.com. For all of your apparel, gear, accessories needs, head to ride365.com today and get all decked out. It is Tyler Lang leading the MV Films number 18 machine out front. And he is almost going down with the lead, actually. He's getting stood up in the corner there. And he is going to get back going, still leading. Looks like 72 is Ash Deering that he's actually lapping. Crazy right there.
A huge whip on that small jump down the hill.
Logan Leitzel sitting back in second here on the DX3 number 26. Third for Braden Carter. No team, but I think this is the iLab skins, if I'm not mistaken, for the number 65 rider. Roy Mitchell sits fourth on the active code number 270. And fifth, four-year points leader, Walter Gebhardt on the number 13 Prestige Worldwide. Haywood, what does CF stand for? Do you know?
I don't know what PWW is either.
Country Fried Prestige Worldwide. I don't know.
I don't know, but if that's not it, that's what it should be. That was really good. Did you just come up with that?
Yeah, I don't know. Isaiah Dickerson. Oh, it's Craig Factory. Isaiah Dickerson running in sixth here for MV Films on the 25. Seventh for Frank Jackson for Rockco number 280. We haven't talked about him 1 minute in this moto, but he is running a really strong seventh on the 280. Eighth, Ben Seberg, the factory Husqvarna rider, hopping over the hill there on the 48. Ninth for Trent Shepard on the 80, iLab.com machine.
Sending it.
Yeah, and here is Sean Klein, who is watching his championship hopes slip away as this moto continues to dive deeper.
We will change the title after the race.
Yeah,
Relax.
sorry, I can't change it during the moto. That would be really annoying for you guys to just cut away and me do nothing for like the next 10 seconds. Kevin Gonzalez, back here in, where are we down, 11th? Yeah, 11th for Gonzalez. This is the Craig's Factory BPC combo, so Craig's Factory helping out multiple teams here tonight. Dylan Copeland back here in 12th for Craig's Factory and Tiger Design, so another Craig's Factory combo team.
Yeah, I don't know if that's as strong as Baker Factory, though, because none of them are really running too strong up front there, besides Gebhardt, but
Ouch.
maybe he needs to work on that a little bit.
Tough love for the old Craig Richards machine. Back here for
Another one.
back here, 13th of the Craig's Factory rider. We got Garrett Hollenbeck coming through for BPC.
He said it's a training program in chat.
Yeah. Alana Salas here for the Rockstar Factory Husky team.
Not Craig's Factory.
Then Jonathan Alexander, Matthias Lidman, whose skins I did get, but for some reason they don't seem to be in game. Luke Sullivan and Kyle Carpenter, I think is 20th. No, he's actually 18th. So Carpenter, Althouse, and Austin Bear rounding out our top 20. And Bear just ahead of Carter Hutchison. So that's been a really fast run through the field. Ride365.com bringing you guys that one. Lang, Leitzel, Mitchell, Carter, Dickerson, top 5 right now. And this three-way fight for third is where we're going to stick and hang out for a minute. Watch this battle.
I think Gebhardt fell back a little bit. I thought he was up inside the top 5 for a minute, but a little bit of gap, but that's three people
Carter down.
Really tight. Carter down, Gebhardt's back up in the 5th, making their way through lappers on this rough track. A lot of these guys blowing that corner down there at the bottom of the hill. Let's see. Roy and Dickerson, though, going at it. Roy wants to get back up there, not happy that he lost that lead he had earlier. Should at least try to get back up inside the top 3. Give himself a good setup for the overall in this first moto.
Trying to set up a pass right here, going down the inside of Dickerson, and they are going to exchange those positions. Mitchell down the inside and into third, and still throwing over the sky shot.
dualies with a lapper too.
Yeah.
Roy Mitchell going that rough inside. A lot of the guys you'll kind of see, it's kind of hard to see, but they're going that second rut as Dickerson makes the move back, but the second rut before the sky shot, and they're crossing over it.
Look at Mitchell just hopping over Dickerson at the top of the hill. He just absolutely sent it at the top. Oh, and then crossing over out of screw you. Dickerson trying to get the power down on the landing of the table. This is where he actually passed him a couple laps ago.
God, Roy, so sick.
Big whips out of the 270 machine. Down by the mechanics area they come once again.
Holding it down, follow leader, scrubbing onto the start straight. Roy's got that spot. Dickerson not close enough. He's probably going to close the door to that inside. Roy's still going to hold on to it, but these guys look pretty evenly matched. I wouldn't be surprised to see these guys go the next 10 or 12 minutes to the checker flag.
Absolutely, this fight continuing on and has done so for the last 5-6 minutes already. Look at Dickerson launching deeper into gravity cavity. Mitchell launching further out of it to flat. Landing heavy on that nose, and Dickerson into the back of him and goes down. That looked a little bit like Mitchell slowing down on corner entry, just kind of caught Dickerson off guard. And almost
Dickerson
loops
with a
out.
big wheelie out. Yeah, I'm not sure if he was trying to kind of go and just hold that tight inside, not let him by, or if he was trying to play a little bit dirty there. Maybe got tired of him being on his rear wheel, but man, gonna lose 2 spots to that. We're gonna have Gebhardt back up into 5th as Dickerson goes down hard, gets crossed up off the drop-off.
Carter goes through, and that'll be it. I don't think Seaver going to get there in time. Oh, Gebhardt. Oh, man, I couldn't even get over the double right there. Really swapped on the face. So resetting our top 5 for just a quick second. It is still Tyler Lang leading off the sky shot almost 25 minutes into this moto. Leitzel running second, third for Mitchell. Fourth is Gebhardt now, so he's charged his way forward. And Carter up to 5th. And with Gebhardt now running 4th, still has a shot at maybe landing on the podium, which would definitely be salvage mode in this moto from as far back as he was early on.
Yeah, and if Tyler Lang wins this thing, that's only a 7-point swing, so coming into the second moto, he'll still hold a 2-point lead in this championship battle. Roy Mitchell holding up, but man, Roy's been making some mistakes. Gebhardt might be able to come up and charge back into that 3rd spot as well.
Let's take a look at what this track looks like from on board. We haven't seen it most of this moto, but Gebhardt showing us what it's like. Definitely getting chewed up.
This one looks really bad right here.
Swinging all the way to that outside, carrying momentum up out of screw you, and then trying to get the power down to scrub through this tabletop section.
A little bit ruddy off the lips too, a little bit sketchy for them, and look at this huge bump coming in. Doesn't look too rough though. But these guys scrubbing off those ruts in this fast off-camber tabletop section, it might get a little bit sketchy for them. Walter electing to go far outside here, try to stay on the smooth rut.
Chopped it down to just over 2 seconds behind Mitchell now. That would be for 3rd if he can get up there. He's got plenty of time still to work with. Looking at maybe 5 laps to go this time through.
Looks really rough.
And out of that inside rut, carrying a ton of speed. Now you can see Mitchell just up the road there.
Just plowing through those bumps, but still gaining time on Roy. Down to 1.1 seconds. They're both getting a little sketchy here. Got to stay kind of locked into the rut you're in. Almost loses it, but still gains time on Roy.
See if either of them get the triple down the hill here. Nope, they're both going to tap the single down in. Oh, Gebhardt trying to pull alongside. Let's see if he's able to shut the door.
Huge power wheelie right past him. That was super smooth. Can he hold on to it?
Contact, and they're both almost going to fall off the bike. Somehow they both stayed up. Just lines coming together there, it seemed.
Yeah, it didn't look too dirty. Braden Carter's trying to make the most of it. Gets right up in between them, and Braden wants to get back up front. He ran there earlier in the race, and he really wants that. I feel like he knows he can ride this track good. It's using different lines coming in. Get some dualies.
Oh, Carter, I love it. The little oppo.
Super smooth. This is a super rough section, though. These guys all coming into so tight, and it seems to kind of funnel down. Let's see if somebody uses different lines. Carter stays low on the outside, almost hits the bail.
Mitchell had a peek there for a second. Interesting, again, 3 different teams, even though all of them the same manufacturer. We got a Prestige Worldwide bike out front of an iLab.com machine and an Active Co machine behind. Oh, Carter just scrubbing it hard down the inside. Let's see if he gets there. No, Gebhardt shuts the door. Carter may have the drive here, though.
Yeah, Carter being aggressive. Roy's still throwing down, trying to get back up there, but Carter's going to go to that inside. Seemed to be the faster line.
Oh! Crosses over the lines and absolutely destroys Walter Gebhardt.
No way.
That was an incredible move, and I don't think Gebhardt ever would have seen that one coming the way that Carter just hopped out of those lines.
Yeah, and they're going so fast there. That's probably a 4th or 5th wide section on a 250, and I don't know if that was on purpose, or just a mistake kind of blowing that rut, but man, that was amazing that he saved that.
And Dickerson was also able to get around Gebhardt, so all the way back to the drawing board here for our championship leader, who's down in 6th. And as you mentioned, losing those crucial 8 points in the championship as we run.
Man, he's worked so hard and just, it seems like, keeps making a mistake, but he just seems a little bit faster. Not sure exactly what lap times these guys are running, but definitely slowed down a lot from the beginning of the race. Tyler Lang just out front, so consistent too. Or Logan.
Oh, Leitzel's taking over the lead. Well, wait.
I don't know.
When did that happen? Because now it's an 18-second lead. Tyler Lang has completely lost touch with him.
Those are 3 points Lang wants to have, but way off the back of him. And not sure how big of a gap back to 3rd as well, but if he holds on to that, that won't be too bad of a showing. Put him in a good spot for the overall, but not really where he wants to be.
Well, I'm sure in his case he is excited that he is not going to be losing a ton more points than he could have there, with Gebhardt closing down the gap on 3rd and eventually getting into 3rd.
Yeah, we do have a replay, but we do have 2 laps to go.
Let's
when
just
they
take
cross
a
this
quick
time.
look at our replay here. Pause it, go full screen, and slow it down to take a look at how this one all transpired. So Carter, you can see, sets it up, cuts underneath, dives that inside line, and just basically launches off that inside rut, bounces off of Gebhardt. Kind of just used that as like an embankment that he just plowed through, and then obviously plowed through Gebhardt as well. Was taking no prisoners on that pass.
Man, that was insane. We'll have to wait and see. That didn't look like it was on purpose, but man, that was executed perfectly as if it was. Just really lucky for him to bank off there, stay up, and throw Gebhardt on the ground at the same time. Tyler Lang, though, big deficit back to 1st, just kind of all alone here in 2nd right now.
This is impressive stuff from Leitzel, though, to regroup from an early fall after getting the lead. He's going to crash here again, but fortunately has a lot of time to play with. And 2-lap board is out right now, so next time by, white flag will be waving as Tyler Lang, or I should say Leitzel's making this thing a little bit more difficult for himself than I think he would like to.
Yeah, and he's back in lappers, probably about a 10-second gap or close to that right now, but with that mistake, maybe even under that, so that puts Lang in not too bad of a spot for this last lap charge. Last lap and a half, I should say.
Lap traffic literally everywhere around him, though. He's trying to find his way forward.
3-way battle for 3rd.
It's Mitchell, Dickerson, and Gebhardt has moved his way back up into 5th and has the potential to go all the way up to 3rd as Dickerson is continuing his fight with Roy Mitchell. Like you said, A-Wood, this one's going all the way down to the checkered flag.
Yeah, Roy's still throwing down, using a lot of those rough insides, but seems to be making it work. A little bit slower on the entries, but it's kind of working if the guy behind you's stuck in it as well. But these guys throwing a little bit of whips, someone doing a front flip.
Saw that, not sure who that was.
Yeah, Gebhardt with a big whip as well. Man, this is going to be close down to the checkers. Gebhardt gets into it with the lapper. He's going to go down.
Did he just
not
get
off
landed
the bike.
on?
Kind of, yeah. It came over the inside and slid into him.
Okay.
Dickerson with a different line here, though, trying to switch it up. I don't know if he'll get the drive, trying to make anything happen to get back up into that third spot.
And this battle's still hot and heavy. Mitchell's still laying it down. White flag just about to go out as Leitzel coming down. There he goes through gravity cavity and out. White flag waving literally right behind us on our camera screen. Is Leitzel continuing around on that final lap of the race. Mitchell and Dickerson is the battle to watch, though. And with the white flag waving for these guys as well, it is about to be a mano-a-mano fight down to the checkered flag. 1 lap to go, and the battle for third is as close as it's been.
Dickerson learned his lesson there.
He did.
Gonna slow up a little bit off the rear tire of Mitchell. I don't know if things up front have gotten any tighter right now, but these things or this battle is super tight. As we're watching it right now, it has to slow up again. Gebhardt's going to get up onto the back of them with them taking all these slow inside lines. Might be able to get a twofer here coming in.
Oh, 3 riders in the air at the same time. Different lines. Dickerson stands it up, and Gebhardt's going to go up into 4th right there. He's trying to get 3rd on Mitchell, too, as they drop down the hill. Almost contact, and Gebhardt moves into 3rd just like that. Incredible stuff for your points leader.
Man, making passes where it needs to happen. Now he's only 1 spot back, only going to lose 2 points in the championship after that terrible start. And Tyler Lang's early showing, he's able to come all the way back up to 3rd. See if he can hold it on for the last half a lap. But Leitzel going in the screw you, trying to hold on to this commanding lead.
In and out of the bottom here.
Yeah, even with some mistakes, he's still holding on to it. Kind of surprising.
Yeah, I would say a little bit. I didn't kind of expect Leitzel to come out firing this way, especially because unlike a lot of the other people that he is racing with, he was unable to play all last week. He raced Loretta's last week in real life, so was not near his computer and able to put in motos during the off week, but clearly carrying some sort of momentum with him that he did not have before we had that break. And he's going to make his pro debut this weekend at Unadilla, but he's going to start off the right way this week, dropping in and out of gravity cavity. Moto 1 at Unadilla belongs to Logan Leitzel with a Boner Air Leclerc over the finish line jump.
Jeez, Tyler Lang holding on to a strong second. A couple mistakes, just not able to make it happen all the way through till the end. Going to come in here and drop down into the gravity cavity one last time in this first moto. Hold on to 2nd place. Gebhardt right behind him.
Ooh, dangerous.
Almost.
Crossing those ruts on the last lap could have definitely fell right there. Still going to get 3rd, and 4th will go to Dickerson. 5th, Ben Seberg charged all the way forward, made some good passes, and is going to cross the line 5th. That's a great charge for the rider out of Great Britain. And Mitchell going to be kicking himself that he probably threw away a moto victory here. Still a great ride nonetheless in 6th. 7th for Sean Klein, so at least salvage a little bit of something there. And our Versus PC One Watch Braden Carter going to pick up 8th. So a little tire tap there over the finish line jump.
Frank Jackson, strong ride here in 9th.
Yeah, the number 280 Veracco rider. Haven't talked about him literally the entire race, but top 10 is nothing to sneeze about in this class. And a solid job done right there, beating Kevin Gonzalez no less.
Dylan Copeland charged up to 11th. He was kind of further back there. Garrett Hollenbach following him in. He'll hold on for 11 and 12.
Jen Shepard looks like he's got 13th locked up. Sullivan just ahead of Lidman. This is going to go down to the wire, it seems. In and out of the tunnel jump. Sullivan's just got to get this corner clean, and he should be good, but again, it could come down to cuts. Sullivan in and out of gravity cavity, going to pick up 14th, 15th for Lidman, 16th for Solis. 3 different nations represented right there. Oh, Alexander going to go down. He was 17th. He's going to lose that spot. Austin Bear.
Maybe.
Yeah, getting a little buck wild with it there. So through the final corner he comes.
Oh, no! Stay
Oh,
on
he
the
saves
back.
it!
Let's go!
He crossed it over, and Alexander picks up 17th at the line.
No way.
Austin Bear just misses out there, and he's going to cross 18th, 19th for Hutcherson, and 20th was Warden. Quite the save for Austin Bear, though. That was something to give us a little entertainment at the line. Let's see if anybody changed those positions inside of the top 10. No, everybody stayed the same. It was Leitzel, Lang, Gebhardt, your podium finishers. Moto 1 at Unadilla.
That was wild.
That was pretty wild. They're coming down the checkered flag. Austin Bear making it awfully close. Definitely could have been a lot different story if he had floored it off the side of the racetrack and into the coming along there, Jonathan Alexander. But now we have our 5-minute break upon us. Let's make sure that that is what the call was in chat. It is indeed.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Andrew Wood about to go to the restroom, but this is where we always like opening it up to anybody that has questions, comments, concerns, whatever you guys want to talk about here tonight. We got 5 minutes to basically just bench race. Let's see. OG Brandon, why I mooted in SYS Discord? I don't know. I didn't do that, Brandon. Sorry, that wasn't me. But there are other admins, so maybe if you pissed one of them off, they said no thank you, but it wasn't me. Let's see. What else did we miss here? Oh, replaying that pass on the screen right now. Doing a PS4 MXGP 2019 professional series. Let me know if you want to race. I do have a PS4 and I do have MXGP 2019, so yeah, maybe. OG Brandon says he's hurt. Have I checked out Mixer yet? Kellen Alex Efforts asks. No, I have not. Read into it a little bit after obviously Ninja announced that he was going to Mixer this week, but I haven't actually looked too deep into it myself. Let's see. Is Hamilton and Vettel top 10 drivers all time? I'm going to say yes, but I do think that like the caveat lies a little bit in that it's super hard, and it always will be, to compare the fact that like Michael Schumacher's 91 win record doesn't necessarily stack up against someone like Jim Clark, who only had 25 wins. But Clark won like 48% of the races he ever entered and died young. So like you could say someone like Jim Clark is the greatest driver of all time, but he never really got to show it. And Michael Schumacher had the greatest career of all time, and maybe now Hamilton is on his way to having the greatest career of all time. But I think driver-wise, anybody that has a large number of pole positions, you kind of have to put them in that upper echelon. So yeah, I think Hamilton, Vettel, they both have a lot of poles. The same with Ayrton Senna. Michael Schumacher has a lot of poles. Jim Clark obviously had a lot of pole positions. Like, they're all great drivers because they all could drive the car very fast in one lap. So I definitely would say, yeah, top 10 drivers of all time. What do I think about Modern Warfare? I don't know. Haven't played it since like 2007. I'm doing great, KTM Johns. Thank you. How are you? Let's see. MXGP 2019 is not out. It comes out August 27th. Excuse me. Have you not heard of the new Modern Warfare? Yeah, I've heard that they're remaking it, but I honestly, I haven't played a first-person shooter game since like 2015, maybe. CSGO was the last FPS game that I played, and I haven't played it since 2015. So, and Andrew Wood now joining us again, so we'll go ahead and reload our webcam. Welcome to the booth. A Wood just rejoining me, and we're still here just kind of waiting for the motos to get going. kind of keep a listen out and keep an ear out to see if anything happens. But yeah, they've just been asking questions. I've been answering.
All right.
So we've been
let's
hanging
run
out
it.
as per usual. Great to have you guys here with us tonight, watching and having a wonderful time.
Let's get some more questions, guys. Come
Yeah.
on. Face cam? Yes.
Let's open this up to A-Wood. KTM John says, what did you think of Loretta Lynn's this year?
I was working a lot, so not able to kind of watch as much as I would like, but a little surprising, I think, with Jet Lawrence kind of having the bike issues and losing that. The Horizon Award, getting that with to Swole instead of him just because of the bike issues is kind of like a little weird. I feel like he should have still got it. I know that's caused like a little bit of controversy, but because it's supposed to be for whoever shows the most promise, and I think he does, being so young, so fast. But I mean, it was good racing, I think, for most of them. A couple of my buddies had some not too good showings, not as good as they wanted, but pro racing was really good. B class and A class really strong, I think, right now.
Yeah, and we're going to see Jet Lawrence and Shimoda make their debuts this weekend, right, at Unadilla?
Yeah.
And Swole, obviously.
Yes.
Rockstar Husky. And Pierce Brown going to go full-time now because he already did one race, but he'll be racing full-time at Unadilla this weekend. So lots of guys.
KTM guys, yeah. KTM and Honda get a lot more people, I think. I'm not sure if Jet's doing Supercross next year or if he's just kind of going in and getting his feet wet with this new rule, after Loretta's. Maybe they wanted to keep him safe for that, but this new rule, after Loretta's. Maybe they wanted to keep him safe for that, but this new rule,
Stop echoing.
Oh,
Trying to fix the title here.
for you. But yeah, really interesting. Good racing. Mumford had some issues. Mumford, I think, is going, but maybe just under the new rule. Favorite sim rider, Chase B. Sickest style? Ooh. I don't know. Honestly, like Tyson, I was a big Tyson fanboy just because he's so cool, I feel like talking to him when he was around a lot, playing with him, even from when I was not good, not winning anything or doing even good in the game, he would still, him and Hindi, you'd hang out, we'd play on the RF Fairgrounds track and just have a good time. But sickest style for sim? Anybody that throws down. Like, I like whips. Like, that's why I play. Like,
I always enjoyed Fjellberg when he was like,
yeah, he had
feeling
good
it.
style when he was like 2013, 14, I think. He had sick style.
Yeah.
I didn't like him as a rider, and I got into him with it a bunch of times. But watching people today, like Dickerson throwing down and being fast, 450s have a lot of guys too I haven't even gone into, but like Roy Dickerson, if you're up there and you're still throwing it, like you don't care, you're going to scrub stuff for the pass on the lead. Not getting too aggressive, but not being dirty, but being aggressive. I like that. But he is my buddy, but D Mills, I know, like, will ride with looser setups to throw whips.
Right.
Even if it's not going to make us win.
Yeah.
So anybody that's willing to throw down and throw whips, I feel like, and have fun, ride fun tracks, I don't like when people are too serious about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're absolutely right about that. All right. 250 Moto number 2 coming to the gate. Thanks, everybody, for all the questions in chat. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying this broadcast. Kellen Brower, Andrew Wood here in the booth for Unadilla tonight.
Puntra? I've never known how to say his name. So
I think it's
Puntra?
Pantera, I think,
Oh.
because he's a metal guy.
Should put the face cam up in the corner.
We can maybe do that for 450s. I don't really like it being in the way of stuff, though, so we'll see. All right, board going sideways here in race number 2. We're going to take a look at Isaiah Dickerson here. He's right in between the two Rockstar Huskies as we're set to go. Moto number 2 from Unadilla underway. Dickerson.
Strong start by Lang and Dickerson again. The teammates both going to be up there.
Dickerson looks like he is going to get that hole shot if he can make it all the way through the next corner. He's not.
Oh, no.
Down he goes. Matthias Lidman with the hole shot.
Wow, I think Kevin Gonzalez back there down too as well. A lot of people got piled up in that, but
Lidman going down.
Yeah, Matthias goes down. We have Gebhardt. We have Seberg. He's pretty strong, especially if he can get a start. Throwing down Roy, I think. We've got Roy. We've got Gebhardt.
Gebhardt, yeah. Roy in there.
Lang.
Leitzel getting stood up in the corner. There's Klein going around the outside. So a lot of your heavy hitters out front. And Seberg going down with the lead. Going to cough it right up to Lang. I was curious to see what Seberg could do with a good start this time because he charged forward all the way through that first moto to get 5th. And that was with a bad start.
Exactly. So we'll see what he can do if he can stay up here. That one mistake, but didn't drop down too far. Jacob Borden, nice strong start as well. In there, Seberg looks like he's going to get past him. Lang drops down into this sharp right-hander. I feel like those ones are tricky when the track is new because they've been so used to going into it so fast with it built up, and you kind of have to back off in the early laps on these ruts. So
yeah, you can see some of these guys pushing the front ends in these corners too. Like you said, they just think there's a little bit more cushion there.
Yeah, I think that's one of my mistakes is like when I'm riding, I'm too careful early. But some of these top guys, they know they need to be up there and they know they need to go fast, and they'll push it a little bit too hard early.
All right.
Sky shot.
Sky shot cam. Let's see. What do we got? Little flick from Mitchell. Ooh, sideways from Carter.
Braden Carter, huge.
Big whip there. 364. We got Coney Penwell out here. That was Alana Solis getting a little sideways. Ooh. Oh, somebody with no skins getting nice and saucy. Dickerson, Dooley's, I think, with Frank Jackson, maybe?
Gebhardt back there with Gonzalez as well. Nobody getting too crazy.
Stephen Barrington?
Yeah. Or A-Ray.
Yeah, A-Ray.
Come on, someone get dirty.
Kattenberg was a little flick.
Right there.
And I think we're done. Oh, yes! Baby. Love it right off the back right there. I don't know who that was. And Rasmus Eriksson getting there. Chandler blocks him a little flick. I like that we stayed. We stayed for the right reasons there. Matt Moll.
Yeah. It's normally the people in the back that give you the best.
Saunier, a little flick. He didn't get the drive for the jump, though, but that was nice.
Yeah, 299, I think it was. We'll see who that was when he comes through over the top.
It used to be Ashton Hayes, wasn't it?
I don't know. This little Juju, this little fast kid from around here. I don't think he's from around here, but he rides out here.
Who, Hayes?
No, 299 is, his name's Juju something. He was on like Cobras. 288 maybe?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Ryan?
Yeah, Ryan
Julian
DeSellis
Bomer right there. RM.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
I like it. Julian Bomer throwing it dirty for the cameras. Check says Juju is 299, same kid.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Might be a race tech ripper. I think he's up on 85s now.
Team 85s. When you said Juju, I was thinking of the football player Juju Schuster-Smith or whatever.
Dude that plays like Fortnite and stuff. That guy's sick.
Yeah.
Oh, the dude who put the jet ski in the creek at Loretta's.
Oh, no.
I saw Talon Hawkins, I think, 71.
Yeah.
He did, I think they were wakeboarding with like a
in the
tow cable.
River?
Yeah, like the first day.
I don't think that river's that big, man.
It's not. It was pretty sketchy, but they went for a couple 100 feet. That was pretty sick, though.
I mean, I've been in it. It's like it's like 5 feet deep. It's not that big.
Oh no, yeah, he's got up just on like one of those tow cables and went for like a couple 100 feet. I think it was him. At least he's the one that posted the video, I think. But pretty sick. He's like a fast house kid. I like kids that like can have fun with it, And he's fast. T-Lang going fast as well. Scrubbing up front, holding the lead over Leitzel. Another good start.
Yeah, so they were 1-2 in reverse order in the first race, and now they're trying to sort out the overall here by the end of the day. Sean Klein up in third, so this is going to go at least some direction for him in terms of keeping his championship hopes alive. As long as he's still within 100 points leaving here, he'll still be alive for the championship, but being 36 points out of second coming into this one as he gets plowed into. Mitchell had nowhere to go after Klein blew the inside rut. And Hollenbeck going to go through. Woo, everybody's splitting. What is that? Austin Bear down the inside, Christian Reed on the outside. Oh my goodness, so many guys coming in out of Gravity Cavity right now. Seberg is in here. Mitchell looking inside of Christian Reed. Everybody going that far inside run, and a mistake from Bear going to cost him a position. We're going almost 3 wide, dropping down into the other half of Gravity Cavity.
Yeah, all funneling in. 4 out of 5 going to that inside rut. I feel like this is where you have to learn the track. You have to learn alternate lines, because you get in a battle like this, you need to find a way to go around early and stay safe, because if one person goes down, you're all going to pile up. But these guys still mostly funneling into the fast line. But I feel like we're going to see someone, probably Roy here. It looks like he's faster than this whole group. Kind of find a new line, make it work around these guys.
So a little 4-pack there, and then Warden up here to Lang, with Leitzel still second over the Sky Shot. Again, they go. Oh, Leitzel down out of second. Warden is, I think, not going to. Oh, now
down.
Warden going down too. So that and Freight Train Rider is going to go through. Thomas the Dank Engine coming in. Garrett Hollenbeck.
He got caught up. Roy's still there.
Some dualies? Oh, I wish. Just once,
Maybe.
boys. Oh,
Ooh,
Carter
Braden
backwards.
still
Oh, the
throwing
dualies there. Warden and Christian Reed. So
boy.
Warden getting up from a crash says,
D-Cup's a Bogle fan. He might be tossing it. Come on,
oh,
D-Cup.
Copeland. Oh, man.
Dickerson throwing down still. Someone 2 spots behind him as well. Braden's off the track. Comes back in safely.
Come on, Dylan. Come on. Dylan didn't even go with all the bros to whatever musical festival they all went to last week.
All right, D-Cup's a respectful, good kid.
So he doesn't go to music festivals because of that.
Stays away from all that. Andrew Maroney in chat, when you come out here, we'll go take some good photos.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Maroney to come out here. We got to go hit the track together. Oh, Austin Bear almost just ruined Jake Warden's day.
Where's Kitten Cheeseburger at? Not up here.
Buried in the field somewhere. Man, he's back here. He is in 32nd. The old Kitten Cheeseburger. Good to see he made the motos in his return to racing, but yeah, not going the way I think he'd hoped.
I think he was one of the first people I knew about in Sim. The first round I watched was, there was like a triple and then like a 90 to the finish, and I remember there was like a big thing because someone doubled and then like jumped across and like hit the timing gate. It was like the first race I ever watched in Sim, and I think he was part of that like little thing back then in 2012, and it was super controversial, but he was always super sick and he was really fast back then, lots of style too. So good to see him back.
Yeah, where is Walter Gebhardt? Oh wow, he's well back here. He's 30th. P30 right now for Walter Gebhardt. Something has gone wrong here for your championship leader. That is not what he was hoping for after a third in the first moto. He only lost those 2 points to Lang, and as it sat, it was a 7-point gap between himself and Lang coming into this moto. As they run with Lang leading, that is going to be a huge swing in the points. Leitzel down again. Can't stay off the ground right now. Going down to the bottom of the screw U. Lang has got a gigantic lead now as Mitchell closing up onto Leitzel. Woo, a lot of riders going all over the place here at the bottom. That was Warden almost getting the Hollenbeck, with Seberg coming up on the 48.
Yeah, we'll see. Leitzel was the one making the least mistakes last moto, and we had Tyler Lang making more mistakes than we normally see as Seberg goes down but gets bumped into by Warden, can stay up there. These guys all trying to train up front. Let's see, what P is this right now? 6-7?
This is 5-6-7, I think.
So Seberg knows he can finish up there. I feel like this is kind of where Garrett was last moto, so Seberg's definitely going to be wanting to make some moves here and gain up front on these guys.
Ooh, big whip out of Gravity Cavity, trying to get down to the inside there of Hollenbeck, and makes it stick. Nice move for the 48. Actually, that was the battle for 4th. I was mistaken. Look at this lead, though, for Tyler Lang. if I can just take a moment to do a really, really fast kind of stopwatch check here as we go to the sky shot. I think this will be a good indication of the race lead that he has. Just listening to it in my earphones, there is nobody else around him. You can't even hear bike noises other than Lang. So dropping down to the sky shot, let's just take a look at this gap. Over the sky shot he goes. And we'll just sit here and watch. Look at this gap. This is huge already, and we're just past the 10-minute mark of this moto. Just keeps going and going and going and going and going. Nobody coming yet.
Wow, that's a big lead. Gotta be over 20 seconds.
And
as we
Mitchell.
got Roy Mitchell now in front of Dickerson.
Seberg got around Leitzel, Warden, Hollenbeck. So all of them still pretty close, but obviously huge lead for Lang. There's Christian Reed, Isaiah Dickerson, Sean Klein.
Klein, D-Cope, all
And,
the way back to about 10th,
Along with
11th
Solis there
ish.
coming through.
But man, that's an insane lead for this early in the moto. These
There.
guys all
Oh no, that
throwing
was
down.
Solis. I apologize. Solis coming through there.
Braden Carter, bunch of
Oh.
bad luck. We got to find out who that is.
Someone going far right there. Frank Jackson. Oh, double whip for Gonzalez. Carter Hutchison with a nice one. Kind of waiting to see how long it's going to take for Gebhardt to come through. Stephen Barrington throwing big whips. There is Gebhardt. Wow. Way back here is your championship leader. I mean, look
Back
at that.
in
Is
outside top 22. You see when he scrolls through.
find this little tight-knit battle here still going on. It was actually Gatlin, not Solis.
Gebhardt in 26 still. A lot of time to make up, but
Oh, it must be Lidman that we're seeing throw the big whips.
I think so, yeah.
Because I don't have his skins.
Hell yeah, ties.
Close battle here. 4 riders dropping into Gravity Cavity.
A little bit further back than Braden wants to be, but Austin Bear looks like he's a little bit further up than he was last moto, just inside the top 20. Drop down here, that's a nice setup. I don't have any of these guys set up, so I can't really ever see them. Braden Carter trying to push up on the rear of him, trying to make a pass, getting a little bit sketchy. Not close enough to make something happen yet without a mistake, and there it is.
God, they were so close on that double, but somehow Carter able to just squeeze on through. Now he sets off after Copeland. And Gatlin up here with Hollenbeck still, so everybody's kind of separated nicely. Let's go back to the front. Find a little lead battle brewing here actually for second. Seberg catching up to Roy Mitchell. Gebhardt up to 24th right now, and we are just a minute shy of the halfway mark of this moto, so Gebhardt still has a lot of work to do. Gebhardt well back in the order, but all the eyes are on the action out front. Ben Seberg trying to close it down on Roy Mitchell.
Yeah, Roy holding it on a lot stronger this moto, but 14 minutes in, this is right about where he started to have some problems with the rough track. We'll see if he figured it out last moto. As Seberg, a couple bobbles, and overturns that corner. Loses a little bit of time, Dickerson back behind him. But all these guys just trying to make up time on Tyler Lang.
Let's actually go on board here with Seberg and watch what it's like to chase Roy Mitchell around the track here. And we haven't seen the track developed at the halfway mark yet from an onboard perspective. See how chewed up the track is getting with still half the moto left to go. And he's going to make that move on Roy. Oh, or yeah, there he goes.
Roy has some bobbles coming into that corner, blows that second rut that those guys are favoring. You can see even this early into the moto how how choppy it's getting going into those fast outside lines. Roy likes a lot of these insides. He's got good suspension, lets him kind of bulldog through the rough. Let's see if he can make a charge back up on this guy. 2:18 lap time last time around. Not sure what they're running. What's the gap to
21-second lead, 2:14.7 out of Seberg last time by. Looks like it may be fastest lap of the race. So Seberg really on the move right now and is slowly clawing that race lead down. I think he would love to go run down Tyler Lang and take a moto victory here late in the season if he can.
Yeah, definitely got a little bit of a gift from Roy Mitchell there with that pass. Roy making a mistake, but he's running the lap times. Geez, as he power wheelies off the lip out of gravity cavity, or out of a screw you on a 250F. Mitchell is going to want to try to get back up there, but Seberg looks like he's trying to go to the front, has a lot of time. Outside in, sweeping line right there, carrying the speed. Kind of holding steady with the gap to the lead right now. 20.4, 20.6, right around there.
See what this lap time is this time by. 2:16.6 to a 2:18 flat.
Throws down, almost loses it. We got Roy right on his rear tire still. Actually made a little bobble. Roy doesn't want to give that up. Tyler Lang, without a huge mistake, or a couple of them, looks like he's going to run away with this, but you never know what's going to happen in the next 15-20 minutes.
A lot of time still on the clock indeed. See if I find myself a battle going through the field here. Christian Reed, Garrett Hollenbeck fairly close together. Lana Stahl is trying to run down his teammate Gatlin. Ooh. Copeland here mixed together with Austin Bear. Dropping into gravity cavity.
Bear with a strong ride. D-Cope about where he's been, around the 10th place spot for most of these races. But Bear, after not very good last moto, putting in a good charge here, trying to get himself settled well inside that top 10, score some good points. D-Cope goes outside. Bear almost able to make it work. Braden Carter right up on the rear wheel of both of those guys.
Well, Carter just blowing right around the outside there of Bear. Now let's see if he can go up and make the move on Copeland. Flow into that outside rut, just kind of hopping in and out of the ruts there a little bit. And still nailing that triple down the hill. That gains him so much time every lap that he's able to accomplish that one.
Yeah, it carries so much speed. They slam into that face. That's where we saw Leitzel go down. We have someone down in front of them. Seberg's team, who is that, Solis?
Just up the road is Gatland. Copeland under attack. Braden Carter trying to hop to the inside. Can't quite get it done.
Both of them hopping.
Look at all the way around the outside for Bear. They're going to go side by side nearly. Bear trying to stay a little bit lower and get the power down. Going to swing around to the outside here and goes to the inside. Look at that move for Austin Bear. It just doesn't quite make it work, though. Love the line choices.
Yeah, that was a great line. Just caught up a little bit on the foot peg there of Carter, but man, really showing some promise. Scrubbing that low, like you said, trying to carry that momentum, and he did around that roller. Just not able to make it stick. Braking late. Braden Carter slides out this little off-camber tabletop section. Kevin Gonzalez coming back up.
These guys will continue their battle. A little stack up in the corner there for Austin Bear. Looking a little further up and see any battles brewing inside of our top 10 yet. Close one here between Leitzel and Jake Warden.
Yeah, Warden with a good showing. I don't think his first moto was that good, but good start here. A little mistake, gonna give up that spot, but still a strong ride by him up in the 7th place position, as Leitzel's going to go and try to hunt down 4 seconds to Sean Klein. He's just up there in front of him.
Just kind of bouncing his way through the section, as Leitzel never seemed to get anything clean through there. As you said, Klein just up the road, so he's trying to latch on to him if he can. Ooh, Roy Mitchell and Isaiah Dickerson.
Again.
Yeah, just seem to be attached at the hip all day long here, especially in that first moto, but have continued battling here into the second. Little opposite whip directions.
Yeah, Roy casing that up a little bit, but still able to get the power down. Going to take this second line as Dickerson goes over the roller, able to hold on to it, but these lines kind of funnel in as Dickerson sends it out there, but misses the inside. We'll see where he's going to go at the bottom of Screw You as there's a lapper. Roy switches it up.
Oh my goodness, that line from Mitchell, and he almost pulled it off. Dickerson looks like he's going to hold the spot.
Yeah, Dickerson just gets that drive on the outside.
Oh,
throwing
Roy.
down.
Oh! Little too long and a little bit too sideways there on the landing, and down Mitchell goes.
Yeah, Roy's been throwing down off that jump, staying low, but just a little bit too hard. It's kind of off camber there and not too big of a jump, so it kind of bites him there. He's going to go back just in front of Klein.
Yeah, Klein now trying to look for a way through on Mitchell, and he's going to get it done. Again, Klein trying to just get as many points as he can towards this championship hunt. At this point, he's actually gaining a huge chunk of points against Gebhardt in the championship.
Yeah, the only bad thing is Tyler Lang out front is going to gain a bunch as well. Even more on him. Good job of avoiding that lapper right after he lands off the finish line, but Roy's still there. Looking to make a move, might be a little bit flustered from that fall, but we'll see if he pushes too hard on this track as it gets a little bit rougher, but right up on the rear wheel, trying to make a pass off any mistake, and that might be it.
Oh, that line just flowed nowhere, and Klein able to open up a small gap. Want to go back in the field and try to find our points leader. Oh my goodness, look at that battle, everybody there. Sullivan just went down, and there is Walter Gebhardt going around the outside. Gebhardt has now found his way up into 17th and still has about 7 minutes to play with here.
Yeah, just having to deal with a lot more lap traffic. A lot of these guys, the racecraft not as defined as the top people where he's used to being, but Gebhardt with some unlucky starts and kind of a lot of crashes, it seems to be finding himself like trying to fight through the field a lot this year, and that's kind of hurt him. He does have the lead in the championship, but definitely will not after this moto.
Trying to latch on here to Kevin Gonzalez, who's still battling with Lidman. We'll stick with this battle for a second because I just want to see if Lidman's throwing on the leap still on the sky shot. Been throwing first couple of laps. We've seen him get sideways. Gonna go around Austin Bear right there. All the while, Gebhardt lurking in the background, hoping to gain some positions out of this one. This would be all the way up to 13th, I believe, if he can make some passes.
Gebhardt, an aggressive inside line, charges in there right behind Gonzalez. Bear's actually going to hold on to it all. We're going to have 4 guys in the air at the same time.
Oh, Lidman. Oh, Lidman gets style award tonight for sure. He is getting backwards on that jump, and he's going to make the pass on Austin Bear. So clearly isn't hurting him to throw it down every lap.
Take notes, guys. Bear's going deep to the inside. He goes off. Lidman goes off as well on the outside. That's going to let Gatlin was down in front of them as well, so they're going to get 3 spots right there. Gebhardt might be up to 4. Oh, what is that? 14. 13th right
yeah.
now. Chasing after Gonzalez, making up a lot of points with these late moto mistakes, but we'll see if Gebhardt can keep himself up as well.
Back out front, we have a change to the lead. Ben Seberg has caught and passed Tyler Lang at the front of the field, so Seberg clearly feeling the track here today, and something has happened to Lang, either a couple crashes or he's come unglued. And how about it? Oh, and he flips off the track. Ben Seberg has gone down.
Almost rides it out, too. Got a little bit unlucky there. But Lang, I wonder if they still have that big lead over the guys behind them. We're going to see as the ticker scrolls around one more time.
Dickerson just hitting the sky shot. So, yeah, maybe about 15 seconds maybe still.
So now Lang has 7 seconds on Seberg, another 13 back to Dickerson, who's 20 seconds off the lead. Klein's right there with him as well. Battle for, wait, what? The ticker said the gap was different. Klein coming up. Roy Mitchell, solid 5th.
Ooh, jeez, blew a lot of ruts right there. Leitzel trying to close in. Jake Warden on the sky shot.
It's a Kellen whip.
Oh, here we go.
Big slow stiff one.
Rub it in.
Hauling back too. I didn't even make it over the jump, so
Yeah.
that's my fault. Carter thought he'd be throwing down. Just wait until we see Matthias.
Dylan Copeland is doing nothing but bike humping on that jump. Oh, Walter Gebhardt. Oh,
Nice
man.
flowy OJ, but still throwing down. Lidman coming up. Let's see, a couple mistakes, losing some spots, but still probably going to get backwards for us.
I love it.
So good.
Every lap, same big whip. Gebhardt has now moved around. Solace here.
Solace with super good.
11th. It's that Yoko gear. It's the full factory Husky team gear this year.
Looking really good out there.
I think that's actually the Lithuanian flag colors. I know that there's like some like a off green and yellow in there. So I'm not sure if that's it or not, but I know Solace is from Lithuania. Gebhardt 11th, 10th. Carter putting the pressure here on Copeland.
Yeah, not as strong of a ride as the first moto. Not what he would like, but I guess still our one to watch. Still pretty solid finishes. If he can kind of stay here or make this pass on Copeland.
Looking inside. Might have a line, just not able to make it work just yet. Oh, rider down. That's Erickson. Lap down on the TMFR machine.
Both avoiding that fairly nicely. Giblets behind them. Decope's going to slide out. Slippery section coming up to that. And Gebhardt's going to take over Decope's spot.
Next up, Gebhardt going to set sail after Carter, and he's going to get Warden in the process. Warden was down, so Gebhardt all the way up now to 9th. Talk about a salvage ride. Oh, man, and now he's off the bike. Warden's going to go back through. That puts him 10th, and 11th. Copeland goes by. That's Erickson a lap down. So 11th for Gebhardt, just as he had moved up into the top 10, immediately loses it, and oh my goodness, making a lot of mistakes now.
Yeah, another mistake as well. I think it's getting a little bit tighter up front too with Roy Mitchell up there in 4th, but Giblets 11th place. Not what he wants to see today.
So let's take a peek back out front. Lang has gone to the point after Seberg crashed after taking the race lead. Dickerson still lurking back here, has a chance. Klein all alone in 4th. Mitchell trying to hold off a charging Leitzel in 5th.
Some biddies in chat.
Oh yeah, Dustin 61090 cheering 15 biddies. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Always love the donations, no matter how big or small they are. So I thank you, good sir, for those biddies. It appears on the screen for a second. If I wasn't changing the face cam, I could just have this open all the time. Oh, and it tells you.
Okay.
But I can't change it to face cam if I have it like this. Anyway, back to the racing action.
Leitzel up on the rear tire of Mitchell, and he slides out right as I see that.
These guys, every time we start talking about them, they just crash.
Yeah, try to look for battles as much as possible. We got to get Roy back up there with Dickerson. They've been all night just on each other's wheels.
It's like Gebhardt got back around Copeland and Solace. Solace kind of by himself. Matthias Lidman, Austin Bear, Trent Shepard. Jack Gatlin, Christian Reed, Frank Jackson, Carter Hutcherson getting lapped there by Lang.
Yeah, tightening up just a little bit. We just hit the 30-minute mark, so we're going to have about 2 laps and a half-ish.
Well, no, just about 2 laps. Lang's
Damn, he's
coming
way
into the
up
final
there.
corner, yeah.
2 laps left for Lang as he comes around this time. Staying up there, almost goes down, just a small mistake. This track hasn't gotten too rough from what I'm watching, which is kind of nice to see. They went for a little bit different approach. Maybe the road's on lower, different settings, but I like the more pre-built. The ruts get bigger, the entrances get rougher, but there seems to be a lot more lines that these guys can actually use.
Seaberg's still lurking back here just in case. Let's take a look at the lap times actually. 224 to a 222. So Seaberg actually lost a little bit of ground that last lap, but it doesn't appear the case at all. He's only 4 seconds down with 2 to go. He is starting to throw caution to the wind here a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if those lap times are too fast to be fall-offs. So Seaberg's pushing that a little bit too hard. A lot of guys making that mistake. We saw Gebhardt go down there earlier. Still trying to chip away at this lead right now, and he's doing it. Gotta minimize the mistakes. These last 2 laps, 2.7 seconds is the difference.
Ooh, oh, I thought he almost saved that one.
Did. Big huckabuck there for Seaberg, just trying to put on that charge, but the race is not over at all. This track is getting rougher. Klein.
Not too far behind Dickerson there, Mitchell, Leitzel, Carter, Hollenbeck, Gebhardt. So Gebhardt going to be the one to keep an eye on here in these last couple laps, see how many positions he actually can get. Hollenbeck would be 8th. And again, massive salvage job here for Gebhardt at this point. He's still going to lose a championship lead to Lang, but instead of losing it by about 15 points, he's got it down to about 6. And with that pass right there, it's probably down to about 5 points.
Yeah, I think he's 2 points ahead still from that first moto maybe, but man, still charging, still getting sketchy, trying to claw away those points. Be a great salvage job just to finish anywhere inside the top 10 though from that early start.
Trying to run down Braden Carter next. Then Leitzel up here, just literally straight airing it off the sky shot like he was straight up and down. Doesn't get more straight than that.
Cope still holding off Gonzalez. Not too great of a ride for Gonzalez with what he's been putting down. What P is this?
This is 11th and 12th, I believe. Yep.
Okay, yeah, Gonzalez been inside that top 10 all year. D-Cope around where he's been, I feel like, for the most part. But so Gonzalez might not be too happy. You can see right there how big that sky shot is. As Gonzalez tries to make an inside line work on D-Cope here. 250's trying to get the power to the ground. Gonzalez hanging off the back, but D-Cope's probably going to close into this inside, shut him off there. Yeah, that's a rough track still. Gonzalez with a better drive. He's going to try to scrub under D-Cope. We'll see if D-Cope can close it off. Gonzalez goes long. Not able to make it work in this section, but definitely looks like he's putting on a charge. He's going to go outside, try to hold it on wide open. That's just way too far out there. D-Cope holds it on still, but a drive down the start straight.
Down the inside. Wow, what a move there for Gonzalez. All set up with that outside line. Not over yet. Copeland trying to fight back, and Gonzalez throws it into the corner to hang the spot on. They're still side by side. A little bike humping for Copeland. Yeah. Dropping into gravity cavity. In and out of the other side they go. Still bar to bar.
1 lap left. D-Cope's going to scrub that, but he's on the outside. Can he get that sweep into the inside? He does. Holds on to that spot. Doesn't let Gonzalez take it away for long.
Great action between both of them. Wow, big notch on that downhill.
Gonzalez taking that D-Cope line that he's been taking outside, just charging some of these corners too hard, blowing the line selection that he wants.
They're still right on Gebhardt, so he's not out of the water yet. But out front, Tyler Lang looking to go 2-1 today. Not only going to give him the overall, but as it stands right now, he will retake the points lead with 2 rounds to go as we head into Budds Creek next week. This is exactly what Lang needed. This is what the doctor ordered as Tyler Lang wins at Unadilla, going 2-1 with a front flip over the line to boot. And that is going to be one happy MV Films rider on the podium here. Ben Seberg's going to pick up second in Moto 2, which should unofficially land him on the box overall. It's going to be close there with Leitzel, depending on where he's able to cross. Dickerson looking to get third here in this one.
Solid finish by Seberg, too. Only 10 seconds back, even after that fall at the end. Strong ride. Dickerson comes across in third.
Klein looks like he's got fourth wrapped up. Roy Mitchell should be fifth. Braden Carter is in sixth. Seventh for Leitzel. So 5-2 should be to 1-7. Which means Seberg should be on the podium. I think he's going to be third overall behind Dickerson here today. I believe Isaiah went 3-3. Or no, Gebhardt was third in the first moto, right? So actually, maybe Seberg is going to be second overall with a 5-2.
Leitzel goes down again.
And Hollenbeck's going to go by.
5-2 will get 38 points.
Dickerson went 4-3, I believe. And Leitzel's going to go 1-8.
38. 1-8. Not good. 38.
1-8 is 38?
Yeah.
Oh, so they're all going to tie, but Seberg with the better second moto score should end up second overall. And Salas crossed the line 9th, 10th for Kevin Gonzalez. 11th here will be Dylan Copeland. And 12th for Walter Gebhardt. That is going to be a disaster. You can clearly see the frustrations boiling over there as he immediately disconnects. So 12th, I believe it's going to be 9 points versus
Matthias.
Oh, just beating Jacob Warden, who sent it into Gravity Cavity.
Might hurt himself right here, though. Trent
Shepard
coming in.
Warden's trying to get up the hill, and oh my goodness, he did. He just got it by 0.2 at the line. Gatlin comes across 16th, 17th for Austin Bear. And yeah, I believe that is going to be a only 9-point pickup there for Gebhardt in Moto 2. So he lost 16 points in this Moto alone. There's going to be an 9-point lead, I should say, in the championship for Lang going into Budds Creek. Excuse me.
Got cuts. Ooh, there's a switch.
Yeah, Salas losing a spot to Gonzalez. And that was it inside of the top 15. Let's see a little further back. Stayed the same. Frank Jackson, Tim Althouse, Christian Reed back here. Who tied?
26-27.
26 and 27 there. Well, they were out of the race, so that's why they have 0. Disconnected early. Hutcherson over here, disconnected early.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, so anyway. Well, boys and girls and whoever is still watching here, that has been the 250 action here from Unadilla. I want to thank you guys for joining myself and Andrew Wood here still in the booth, hanging out. We're going to be right back on the other side of this break, though, so don't want to touch that URL bar. We'll be back with some more 450 action, but thank you for watching the 250 class here at Unadilla. Round number 10 of the Ride365.com Nationals live here on SYS TV. We'll see you guys in a minute.